Did you drop your fogger in water? Now, I'm going to show you how to save them. I disassembled this one to see if it's easy and a common person can do it, and you can. These are the parts you're going to be running into. I'm just going to take an old one that is about out of juice. As you see, she's pretty low. And switch everything over. I was going to try to just dry it out. However, I don't know if I want to dry this one out. Not going to say what water I dropped it in here. Anyways, that's going to be soaked. If you dropped it into some still water, you might be alright. I didn't drop it into still water at all. So I'm going to just change out the whole body and save the fluid because I literally just bought this today. As you see, this is completely full. So the trick I found is the infiltration. As long as you do it right, it's pretty easy. This is just a spud tool. I mean, you can use probably a kitchen knife. Right here is your first means of action. Is up in the top. If you try to hit here on the side where the holders are, not going to happen. I mean, it might, but this is just easier. We'll just get up underneath there, wrap down. That's what I did. It seems like you really want to hit up here in the top. That's going to be your big separation point, is that top part right there. I'm going to just wrap her down, wrap her around here. Oop, lost it. If you lose it, just get back up where you were at. You're just separating this tab from its clips. I was put my fingers underneath there. Once I get it there, get that middle one up, stick my fingers there, hold on, just like that, and wrapping down and around. And it takes a minute to get in the first part. The rest seems to go a little easier. Alright, I'm going to keep going. Now we're there. Let's get this front. See that? I'm getting right there in that front area and getting it loose. Because once I get it loose, I can squeeze up in the other side, same spot. Get up underneath, wrap down around. There we go. See that? Once I got it down around, I got a separation. So as you see, there's little clips in there that holds it. Not very good light here. Let me see if I can give you a little bit of light. It might be too much, but little clips right there. These clips in there is what holds this section on. Just two little dimpled clips right there, right there. These are the ones that kind of make it tough, is the ones inside. These two right there. Once we got to that point, what we're going to do is this one. This one you think just grab this and go. It don't work because of these 2 points right here. Those have to slip out. So you want to go down here to the bottom. Down here to the bottom where you can get in there. Slip up, slip out. This bottom section is separate from the top. What I did is I went on both sides. Oh, that one just reclipped. Did you hear it? Let's redo that. Remember, come down here at the bottom where you got plenty of room. Might be a little easier to hold that out with one hand. I'm going to come do this side. Once I get both of those released, see that right there, how that pops up a little bit? And we're going to come up here to the top, do the same thing. Wrap right down, boom. And once I get one side kind of slipped out, then we'll go hit the other side. So it's not completely easy, but it's easy enough. Alright, we got that side separated. See that? We're separated. Pop over here on this side, do the same thing. Come up top. Wish I could give you a better view. I don't have all my camera stuff here. Come up to the top, slide her down, push out. Looks like I got it all. Oh, nope, down here. So we're going to go down here. Remember, come all the way down to the bottom and then slip up. Just like that. That separates that. The nice thing about these, if you take a look, right here is what powers it. So they're literally on spring-loaded system here. This one's good. The one that I dropped in the water might be good if I let it set a while, but what's the use? Well, I mean, I guess there is some use of using it because it counts down, but oh no, it don't. These ones don't count down. You can see your juice level. Yeah, see? I mean, you can physically see your juice level, so it just shows you a power level. So never mind. Just use this one on the new one. Alright, there's our control. Now, our juice well. Oh, actually I'm kind of going a little too fast there. Now, here's your connections. That's what connects to your battery here. As you see right there, them two connections, they just touch these two prongs right there. That's your inner seal. I didn't worry too much about taking this part apart, and I'll show you why in a second. Once you do that, you just grab a hold grip of good and just slowly twist up. See that? Just pull up. Alright, now you just separated this section. This section is what soaked on me. If you look down in here, when say you don't have an extra one and you're going to try to just dry yours, you got these pads down in here. This one's actually wet here too, but it ain't from me soaking it, it's from me using it. I'm going to pull those two pads, little guy with all the extra holes go on the bottom, big guy is on top. Alright, hang tight here. Alright, I got a paper towel here. I'm just going to clean this one out. Now I am going to have multicolored. Actually, I'm not even going to have multicolors because there's no electronics in that. If you see that, there's just two wires and it just comes over to this setup right here. So I'm going to use the old one, which was red. Yeah, because this one's wetter anyways. So what we're going to do, we're going to use that. I am going to steal this little piece off. All this is a rubber connection in between because this one has not been soaked. I'm going to put it on my old one. And I've already dried this one, but I'll just get it and dry it out. And since I want to use these, we're going to dry them out because they were a little wet. This little mechanism here, sponge, is supposed to absorb any of the moisture that comes in and keep it from messing up with your fire system. And like I said, this showed a little bit of wetness, so let's just put it on there and squeeze it. Squeeze her up there. Alright, that looks pretty dry. We'll put it down in there. It just slips right down in there. Can't get it wrong. Alright, boom. We're back to that. We're going to set this to the side. Get them old, nasty, wet ones out of there. We'll just set them right over there with that one. That's going to be gone. Also, I want to get rid of the blue one because I want it to match. That way I know which one it is. Here's the next section. We got that, we got this. Since this one got wet, the red one, I'm going to want to pull the blue one out because this is the cautomizer. That's how you say it. The part that matters. I'm going to pull that on up. This has the wires in it. as you see. Pull that up a little bit. See that? That's your that's your cauterizer right there. This got soaked on my old one. I'll pull that one out last. Actually, no, I won't, because this one's almost empty. I'll go and pull it out first. Nice and easy. You don't want to break those wires. Slide that out. We know that that one's clean. See it? That one's clean. Let me get you a closer look. It's almost like having a coil for the old style vapes. We'll set it right here. Set this one back here on that paper towel in case anything leaks out. We're going to do the same with this guy. Exact same setup. Most of you by now have figured it out, so, but if you want to finish watching, let's go ahead and go through it. We'll pull that out. I just noticed we got some cotton down in there, multiple rows of it, but it looks like it only feeds from the bottom. We're going to test this theory by pulling the old ones out, because I might recommend changing that out too. Let's take a look. Oh, that's based one big long one. Look at that. One big long one. So yeah, that's probably going to get soaked too, looking at it. Sorry, kind of learning as we go here. Set that up there, and we're going to try to clean that one. Wash your hands real good when you're done with all this, because this is 5% nicotine here. Alright, I'm just going to squeeze that in there. Get any of that old nicotine out. Might need a little bit more. Seems like it's holding its shape well. Holding their shape well, but let's get all that water. Now, say you just got it wet with some clean water. You could probably go in and just clean this out. Right here. Clean everything out. Your coil is going to be a little wet, but it'll burn off. Alright. There we go. That looks pretty good, huh? And it won't carry over that flavor so much. I'm going to be a little easier with this one, because it's got a lot. It's completely full. And keep your parts separated. I know this is my cauterizer from the one I want to take over. I should have rolled that around a little bit. So I want to keep these separated. I don't want to get these confused. Most of the parts don't matter, but this part would. This is nice and soaked there. We're going to pull it off and just set it to the side. Set it around that paper towel. Alright. Now we're going to slide this one right back in there. All the way down in there. Then we're going to put our cauterizer back. Remember what angle it went in? You know, I think there might be directional here. Let's pull this up. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, one side's skinnier than the other. Keep that in mind. Let me get another paper towel here. Oh, bear with me. They're down here on the floor. I'm trying to shoot this 6 o'clock in the morning here. I want to redry that, just in case. You can see where the little holes are in there. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can. I want to redry that. Yeah, one side is definitely bigger than the other. If you look right here, that compared to that. So I'm going to shove my cauterizer in there first, in the side that matters, and then we'll put her back in there. As you see, cauterizer in, right there, boop. Alright, get her all lined up. I think I got that backwards actually. Let's take a look. Yeah, I probably got that backwards. Let's pull that back up and spin her around. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, nope. Because see that little, you see that little white thing there? That's where they put the glue on there to hold it down in. So I was right. I don't like pulling up on this like this so much because I'm messing with the Mars. Yep, there it went. Just popped right back into place. As I go, I'll dab this off there. That looks pretty good. Alright. Then we got that there. I'm just making sure everything's pushed down tight. Lined up. Underneath that lip. Looks pretty good. Alright. That looks good. Now we're going to put it back together. We're going to use the red one. Remember, I put the fresh ones in here. Just set that right up on top. We want those two coils right there to push down in those, push down in these two holes right here. What that does is that contacts the wire. That contacts the wire and gets your connection. So I want to make sure these are lined up nice. Looking at it, I'm sure it will not let you push it down in if it's not lined up. Oh, that went right down on. So now I got my original red bottom. I got this setup done. We'll push it a little more. There we go. Give it a little extra wipe off. Alright. Now that we got that back together, let's put our control board back together right here. If you look down there, them two wires, you need to contact those two probes. And this was not wet, so you can see where the tabs slide in right there. You got to slide up underneath there, so check both sides as you slide it in. Make sure you're in the right direction too. Button should be up. Button up. Boom. Both sides. That locked in. At that point, we should have life. Alright. Now I'm going to wipe this out real good. This is the old one. Top. Got a couple scratches on it because I was doing a test run for you guys to figure it out here. Like I said, if you just dropped in clean water, you could take most of this apart and just dry it off like I just showed. And if it ever happens, I'll do another video to show you that under the better lighting, of course. Not so late too. Looks like they have a little bit of glue marks there to try to hold her together, but doesn't do a very good job. Alright, now I'm just going to slide it back together. That's up. And then you'll hear it click. Click. Click it all the way around there. Make sure we get it. There we go. It's clicked. Clicked. Everything's clicked. It's been a couple seconds of soaking up that juice. Shake her up. Let her absorb in a little bit, and we'll give her a hit and give her a try. Works like new. You still got your power button, all that. Anyways, do whatever you want with this. Throw it away. Put it back together and throw it away. That's completely up to you. And that should get you going. As you see this one's the one that got wet. If you take a look at this over here, I'll take this and say I didn't want to change it completely out because it did fall into clean water. I would just roll that on up, squeeze it all out, get all that juice out of there. Make sure you wash your hands when you're done though. This is, I think, 5% nicotine. You don't want to absorb that, but you can damn near get that pretty clean. Yeah, definitely get all the water out. The thing I'd be worried about is this economizer if I wasn't changing everything. However, it's not very thick. So in that situation, it wouldn't take long for this to dry out, especially when you start hitting it. If you just got water on it, I mean, you're still making vapor. So if you were just doing a drying situation, I would do it the same way. See that? Just like that. Then I would slide it back down in. Remember, back to whatever this glue is here, just like so. I want to throw this one away, but I'll put it back together to show you. Don't forget, this has to be the first thing down. Always wipe out your inside there. You can see how wet it is. This is where all that leftovers go. And it looks like the detection might be in here. Let me look. No, detection is not in here. Detection goes in there. Goes through there, so that don't even matter. But you would slip that down first. That down second. Put these two together. Push it up in the holes. Just like so. Take your battery module. This one is going straight in the trash, but I still show you. Take your battery modules, line up those clips. Lock in. Make sure both sides are locked in, like so. Take your top cover. Make sure your buttons are up top. Slap her in. As you see, this one's still working even after being soaked, just by drying it out. There you go, guys. Hopefully this might save you from losing out on a $25 vape or $30 vape, whatever you paid for it. These foggers have been amazing, great flavors. I really hated to lose a brand new one over a accidental drop. Enjoy.